There is a moment that happens in every home, every single day. Your child walks up to you. Maybe they want to show you a drawing. Maybe they have a question about their homework. Maybe they just want to tell you something funny that happened at school. But you are busy. Your phone is in your hand. Your eyes are on the screen. You say, or just a second, without looking up. Your child stands there, waiting. Then, quietly, they walk away. It seems like nothing. A tiny, forgettable moment. But to your child, it is everything. We don't mean to hurt our children. No parent ever sits down and thinks, today, I will ignore my child. And yet, this is exactly what is happening in homes around the world, not out of cruelty, but out of habit. Smartphones, tablets, social media feeds, work emails, they pull our attention away in tiny, constant sips. Each glance at the screen lasts only a few seconds. But those seconds add up. And over months and years, they leave a mark on the people who need our attention the most, our children. Researchers have given this a name, technophrens, the everyday interruptions in family life caused by digital devices. We scroll during mealtimes. We check notifications during bedtime stories. We glance at messages while our child is mid-sentence. And our children notice. They always notice. In the 1970s, psychologist Dr. Edward Tronick conducted what became known as the still face experiment. A mother was asked to interact warmly with her baby, smiling, talking, making eye contact. Then she was asked to suddenly go still, to hold a blank, expressionless face and stop responding. Within seconds, the baby became visibly distressed. The infant tried everything to get the mother's attention, smiling, pointing, reaching out. When nothing worked, the baby turned away, slumped over, and began to cry. Now consider the modern version of that still face. It is not a blank stare in a laboratory. It is a parent looking at a phone instead of at their child. The effect is remarkably similar. Children try harder and harder to get attention. When that fails, they either act out in frustration, or they go quiet and withdraw into themselves. Think about your family's dinner table. 20 years ago, mealtime was one of the most natural places for conversation. Children shared their day. Parents listened. Bonds were quietly strengthened, one meal at a time. Today, many dinner tables look different. Phones sit beside plates. Children, seeing no one is really listening, stop talking, or they pick up their own devices and disappear. This pattern spreads into every corner of daily life: homework time, car rides, bedtime, walks in the park. The spaces that once belonged to connection now belong to distraction. And when children grow up in an environment where screens are prioritized over eye contact, they learn a painful lesson: I am not as interesting as whatever is on that screen. Some children do not escalate to get attention. They go quiet. They withdraw. They stop asking altogether. They have learned that the attention will not come. These are the children whose pain is invisible. And by the time we notice, the emotional distance has already taken root. Across cultures and traditions, the wisest voices in human history have pointed to the same truth: presence is the most powerful gift you can give another person. In Sikh tradition, this idea is captured in a beautiful phrase: "Ik man, ik chit," with one mind, one consciousness. Fully here. Fully attentive. Not half present with one eye on a screen. Every wisdom tradition, whether ancient or modern, recognizes that children do not need perfect parents. They need present ones. When your child speaks to you and your mind is somewhere else, on your phone, on the next notification, you are giving them a fraction of yourself. And children, even very young ones, can feel the difference between being truly seen and merely being tolerated. Full presence is not a luxury. It is the foundation of everything your child builds. Their sense of self upon. There is a concept in Sikh wisdom about being asleep while appearing to be awake, sitting in a room, eyes open, but the mind so consumed by distraction that you are not really there at all. It is a striking image, and it describes millions of parents today perfectly. We are in the room, but we are not present. Ancient wisdom also speaks urgently about the passing of time. Moment by moment, life moves on, like water slipping through a crack. Your child is 5 years old. Then 10. Then 15. The window in which they want to come to you, want to show you things, want to sit beside you and simply talk, that window is not permanent. It is closing a little more each day. Every moment spent looking at a screen instead of into your child's eyes is water through that crack. You cannot pour it back. Sikh scripture offers a beautiful picture of what devoted, present parenting looks like, describing the divine as one who plays with a child, delights in them, and nurtures them the way a loving mother and father would. It is an image of warmth, engagement, and full attention. Not just provision. Not just protection. Presence. Delight. Play. This is the standard that great parenting traditions across the world have always pointed toward. Every major culture, every faith, every generation of grandparents has known instinctively what research now confirms: a child who is truly seen grows differently than a child who is merely housed and fed. Being looked at, really looked at, with love and attention, is one of the most formative experiences a child can have. The joy of seeing your child's face is not a one-time event at birth. It is a daily practice. It is a daily gift. Somewhere between that first gaze and the busy routines of daily life, many of us simply stop looking. Research confirms what your heart already suspects. When parents are frequently distracted by devices, children show increased frustration, hyperactivity, and tantrums, behaviors researchers describe as children escalating to win back their parents' attention. If you are feeling a knot in your stomach right now, that is okay. This is not about guilt. You are not a bad parent. You are a busy, tired, overwhelmed human being navigating a world that is deliberately designed to steal your attention. Social media companies spend billions of dollars engineering their apps to be addictive. Every notification, every autoplay video, every infinite scroll is designed to keep your eyes on the screen for just a few more seconds. You are not weak for getting pulled in. You are human. But here is the hopeful truth that wisdom traditions and modern psychology agree on: it is not too late. No harm has been done that cannot be mended, if even now you choose to wake up. The door is not closed. But the time to act is now. Here is what you can do today. When your child comes to you, put down what is in your hand, turn your body toward them, and make eye contact before you respond. That takes 3 seconds. It changes everything. Protect mealtimes and bedtime. No phones, no exceptions. These are the spaces where family bonds are built, one conversation at a time. In the morning, greet your child before you check your phone. At pickup time, look at their face before you look at your notifications. These small moments tell your child, you come first. If you genuinely need to finish something, tell your child, I need 5 minutes, and then I am all yours. This teaches them they are not being ignored, their turn is coming. And model what you want to see. Children learn from what we do, not what we say. If we want our children to be present, to listen, to put their devices down, we must do it first. There is a line from Sikh scripture that has always stayed with me. Seeing the vision of the beloved, my eyes are satisfied. Our eyes find peace when they rest on what truly matters. Your child's face is one of the most sacred sights you will ever behold in this life. It does not matter what faith you come from, or whether you follow any faith at all. Every parent, in every culture, in every corner of the world, has felt that same overwhelming love when they looked into their child's eyes for the first time. That love has not gone anywhere. It just needs a moment, your moment, to be seen. Do not let a screen steal that from you. Look up. Look into their eyes. Be there, fully, completely, with one mind and one heart. The notifications can wait. Your child cannot.